Choose who can participate. All right. Orientation is lock, rotate. Rotate device back.
You know it's live right now, right?
Okay.
I'm saying it has to be this way. Well, let's just get real close.
What's good, family? It's your girl Jess.
And it's your boy Ty.
And you are kicking it with the houses. So today we're just coming on out of strict obedience to God to really come and share something on a more serious note. So as you guys know, or as some of you may know, Ty and I are government contractors, and what that means in simple terms is that we do business with the government. We provide products and services to the government, and with that, with being a government contractors, there are great highs that you experience, but there are also some lows that you can experience as well as a government contractor. So today, what we're really coming to share with you is what they don't tell you in government contracting. We're coming to really share and be transparent with you through our own experiences and through what we've had to face as government contractors to fully equip you and prepare you in your role, or should you decide to go into the role of being a government contractor. We're here to prepare you and give you like a holistic perspective of what it really means to be a government contractor.
Yeah, because like Jessica said, there are great aspects in being a government contractor. We're not going to lie. We're not going to sugarcoat. Can you make a living out of being a government contractor? Yes. Can you be prospered? Can you work with it and it worked all in your favor? Yes, all this is true. You know, the people out there that say, you know, you can be very well, you know, you can make a lot of money doing government contract. This is all true, but there's not a lot of people talking about what happens, you know, the ins and outs, the goods and the bad. So, you know, we want to just shed some light on a couple of stuff that, you know, you can watch out for. So things that probably happen to us, we can probably prevent it or help. Or who knows, maybe someone is going through the exact same things that we've been going through in the past couple of years, and maybe we can, you know, give it each other and work through the same issues. But, you know, we just want to let you guys know that you're not by yourself, because we're trying to reach out to a broader audience, an audience that has been working with the government, and maybe something has happened to them to discourage them to want to stray away, or someone walks up to them and asks them, oh no, the government is this and that. Well, you know what? The government is this and that, but do they talk about it?
Right, and to really piggyback off of that, like, we've made a lot of money working with the government. That has never been an issue, but the idea is to not sell you on a dream of, oh, everything is going to be peaches and cream. That's not the idea. And I also want to, I feel led to say, like, we're not coming on here. The goal is to impart fear, because we don't believe in that. Like, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but what we are giving you is knowledge. Okay? What you do with that knowledge can become wisdom, or you can use this knowledge to just sit on it and not do anything. We hope that you take it and you use it as wisdom and you use it in your business, but that's truly what the goal is. So we have made, we've been awarded contracts in the multi-million-dollar arena. And, you know, things have been good in that sense, as far as winning. But, what, baby?
Before you get in that, I just want to let them know that we are, you know, this is something that we plan on doing at least twice a week. So, you know, we're not going to give everything, because I don't know how long that may take, because we could be on here for hours.
Yeah.
So we're going to give, we're probably going to talk about 2 specific things today. And then the next time we get on, we'll just keep piggybacking. And, you know, if you have any questions, you know, we would love to hear from anyone who has any questions on what they're going through, or if they need help, or if they just want to talk about it. Like, we'll love for that as well. But today we're just going to be talking about just two things really, and then we'll elaborate more on those 2 things. And then our next session, we can either, you know, if someone else had a question, or we'll just keep it moving with the tons of things we have to talk about. So I just wanted to put that out there. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and share. Like, we really don't care about the likes. I'm just going to keep it 100, because what this is not about likes. It's about getting the knowledge out. So if you share it,
If
that
it
would
helped
mean,
you,
that would mean more to me and
Yeah.
Jessica to share it, to give it to somebody
Yeah.
else than you liking it. So
Yeah.
I'm not for the likes. I'm not for the subscriptions. Just share it.
And I also know that, you know, usually on our platform, you usually see like us and the kids and whatever else that we're doing, and we're talking about different things. But we really felt a burning and a passion to come on and to share with you guys as our family. Like we consider you guys to be our extended family. To come and share with you, you know, the wisdom that God has given us, and just really being a conduit of sharing knowledge, because you know, people charge an arm and a leg, you know, just to get a piece of what they know, and we're not like that.
Right.
So yeah, with that being said,
you could go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
so like I was saying, like we've been a government contractor since 2019, going into COVID. Actually, I'm sorry, 2020. So in COVID, we became federal government contractors. By the end of 2020, we were bidding, and by the beginning of 2021, we had won our first contract for multiple millions of dollars, and then shortly after that, a second contract. So with that, the emotions and things that we felt, you know, being government contractors, it's just very exciting because, for one, it's new. You know, obviously the money that part is exciting as well. But once you get off of that like honeymoon stage, you go into serious mode.
That's when the real work begins.
Yeah, because you really have to manage and be able to perform what you've agreed upon in that contract. So with that, in our contracts, we faced some challenges.
So these challenges were basically a typical small business will come across. So you got to understand, so when you become an entrepreneur and you decide to work with the government to perform services for them, let's say, because we do services and products, but in these particular contracts it was services. So we're actually providing people for the government to work. We're providing people to work on government contracts. Well, no, we're government contractors, but we're providing the people on those contracts. So you got to understand that you're dealing with people's lives. You're dealing with their livelihood. You're now their employer and not the employee. So it's certain things that runs in your head, and you got to play fact that you really haven't really thought about until it actually happens. So
and that was mainly for us.
Yeah.
You know, everybody that's a government contractor are not employers. There's other products and services that you can provide to the government, but in specific with us, we had employees. So that just makes your responsibilities greater than it would typically if you were selling a product to the government. So, you know, we ran into some challenges that we were not prepared as a small business, nor did I could really confidently say that we had someone to kind of walk us through that process. Outside of our mentor, thank God for her. Yeah. There was no one else that we could mimic to say, okay, they've done this as an employer and as a government contractor. So we faced some challenges, and not so much with employees, but more so with the contracting officer. And with that, those challenges forced us to either sink or swim. And I thank God that we decided to swim, because had we sunk, then we probably wouldn't be in business now. But we decided to push forward, push past the challenges, and to learn and to grow. We use those areas as areas to grow. So with those challenges that we faced, we learned about our rights as a contractor.
Which brings us to our point number one. Understand your rights as a contractor. Now listen to what we're saying. Understand your rights as a contractor. So if you decide to get in this business, your solicitation will have everything you need in it to perform on your contract. Your main goal, you need to dissect that thing from top to bottom, left to right, in and out. Like, know your rights, because everything you need, you will have to go by that, and the government will have to go by that.
And not just what you are being tasked to perform. If they're tasking you to provide them with 5 personnel to support an agency that they have, yes, that's what you have to perform. But you have rights that are listed inside of what is called the FAR, the Federal Acquisition Regulations. And inside of there are rights for the government, and there are rights for contractors as well. So certain FARs will be assigned to your solicitation, your contract, once you are awarded. and you want to make sure that you stay abreast and stay knowledgeable of what FARs or terms, contract terms, are being assigned to that contract. The reason that we say that is because if there is any changes, or as the government calls, modifications to your contract, you want to make sure that it is in alignment with what is in your contract. Because a lot of times when you're new to government contracting, it can be a little scary because you're thinking that, oh my God, this is a contracting officer, this is the government, like they're this big scary, entity. For one, they're not an entity. For two, contracting officers are just regular people. And with that being said, regular people make mistakes. Yep. They are not greater than you are. You are an expert in your field, but 75% of the time, they are not an expert in their field. No, they are not well trained.
Pretty much they're just checking the box.
Exactly.
And making sure they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's.
Exactly.
So by you understanding your rights as a contractor, you can challenge it. You can challenge most mistakes that they make and win. By you knowing your rights and knowing the right things to say, where to find it, where to look it up, and what to say to these, because a lot of times they're just going by the book. Yes. Oh, this is the way it's been done. This is how we're doing, blah, 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 blase, blase.
And they may not even apply the regulations appropriately to the situation. Right. A lot of times they use a whole bunch of big words that don't even mean anything. So that's why it's important for you, when you're going into these contracts, this is a partnership between you and the government. It's not just a matter of they're hiring you or they're soliciting for your service. They are your client, which means you hold them to expectations just like they hold you to expectations. So we want to make sure that you guys know what your rights are. Your rights can be found inside of the FAR, which stands for Federal Acquisition Regulations. They are attached to your SAM.gov profile when you register as a contractor, but also when you are awarded a contract, they are listed inside of that contract under contract terms. So you want to make sure that in the midst of figuring out and making a plan to manage that contract, that you also make yourself aware of what those terms are, so that if anything should come, any challenges should arise, you know what your options are. When you're ignorant in a space, you make ignorant decisions that can be really harmful to you. And we've made some of those decisions out of ignorance. Yep. That's why we want to save you that time and that heartache and the headache of going through those things by sharing with you, being fully transparent that we've made mistakes. Yep. As contractors, but that's okay, because they're all lessons and experiences that we take with us and that we can continue to use in every contract that we get moving forward and in every person that we touch moving forward.
Yep. So, and as she was talking, she started talking about our second point, which is, don't fear the FAR.
No.
Do not fear the FAR. A lot of people, because I can say even me myself in the beginning of the situation we were going through, like the FAR can be intimidating. It can, because it's, like I said, it's something new, something you're not used to, something you probably never seen before. It's confusing. It's irritating at times, because the FAR is set up to where if you're looking for something in particular, you're not going to find it on the first page. You're going to have to go and then go to another point, then go to another point, then go to another point. So when I say don't fear the FAR, I'm saying in the sense of just attack it head on. Like, keep looking until you find your answer, because I promise you your answer is there. Yeah. Do not give up just because you feel like you can't find it. Trust me, it's set up that way, I feel, in my opinion, for confusion. Yes. Because the people who know it, they know where to find it, how to find it, where to look it up. But if you're new, it just takes time. Because my wife and I, we've had long
countless
nights hours of dissecting the FAR and finding the things we needed to help us to get through the situation we were in. So do not fear the FAR.
And you can spend a lot of time in the FAR, because like Ty said, like, there's so many words and legal terminology that's just not for small businesses like us. And they're really designed for the government to kind of use their own inside code, but it's still your responsibility to make sure that you are getting an understanding, right? The Bible always says, in all your ways, in all things, like always seek an understanding, because when you get an understanding, it helps you to make wiser decisions. So, like, don't be afraid of the FAR. Think of the FAR as like a guide. I know a lot of times people don't read the instruction manuals. They don't read guides on how things are supposed to work. That's ignorance, and ignorance is not bliss. It's a curse. So it's important that you make sure that you break down those FARs. And if you have any questions about the FAR, we're always here.
Yes.
Like, we read the FAR. Like, even on contracts that we don't have, we read the FAR, because it was the FAR that helped us in the challenges that we had that we're going to share with you guys soon
In the future, yeah.
in the future. Like, it was the FAR that helped us help us defend ourselves, in a sense.
And do not, I repeat, do not let these contractors or anybody else tell you you can't read the FAR, or the FAR is not for you, because the FAR is exactly for you.
Oh, yes, a contracting officer. Don't let them tell you that. That's a lie.
The FAR is exactly for you.
Because if the FAR wasn't for you, it wouldn't be assigned to you when you get registered underneath the government's platform as a contractor. So
Exactly.
the FAR is definitely for you. There is things in there that's there to protect us. Like, for example, the Prompt Payment Act. You may not see it on all your contracts, but as small business owners, there's a Prompt Payment Act that says that we should receive our payment within 10 to 14 days after submitting our invoices. Not 30 days, not 45,
Nope.
not whenever they feel like it.
Yep.
You know, you can also charge the government interest. Did you know that? If they don't meet your due date. You can't charge them tax, but you can charge them interest. So again, these are things that we've learned as contractors, and we're just here to spread that knowledge and encourage you. Like, if government contracting is something that you've been thinking about doing, do it.
Do it.
It's definitely worth it, guys. You got to remember, like, as small business owners, this economy runs off of the backs of us, small business owners, not these great big giant companies and corporations that are out there the have these huge names and all of these billions of dollars. It's us. There's literally contracts every fiscal year that the government has to set aside. Every federal agency has to set aside a certain amount of number of contracts that are in excess of millions of dollars, guys. Billions of dollars. And we're literally leaving that on the table because we're afraid that it's the government, or we're afraid that, we don't know, we don't understand. If you don't know, go get the answer. Don't stay in ignorance.
And you know what? By us as small businesses leaving these jobs or these, contracts on the table, these big corporations are getting smarter. These big corporations are finding their cousin or uncle or sister or
daughter
or friend.
And they're going to get your set aside. The woman-owned small business, the service-disabled veteran-owned small business, the veteran-owned small business. What's the other? The hub zone, the economic disadvantage. Like, they're getting smarter. You think just because you see a corporation that's over in a neighborhood that's really considered to be a hub zone, meaning it's poverty level, you think, they're just coming over here to bring jobs. It's a strategy, baby. Yes. They're not coming to just get no jobs for you. They're coming to deem their location as a hub zone, get certified so they can go and get those contracts that are literally sitting out there. When I tell y'all there's so many contracts that are sitting out there, even on the product side, selling products to the government can't go buy anything. They need government contractors. And we're so afraid. We're so afraid because we don't have the knowledge or we don't understand something that we won't even gonna do it.
But you're getting deep in there, baby. Let's save some for later. But yes, with everything she said, I concur, and it's 1,000,000% true. So that's why we decided to do this. We need y'all to understand that there's a lot of things that go on that we as small businesses need to be cognizant of and try to make sure that we help each other. I'm tired of the I'm gonna get my mentality.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get
crab in the bucket mentality.
No, it's time to stop.
That's foolish.
It is. Because at the end of the day, when you get on top, why can't someone else get on top with you? Why can't y'all both be on top?
And there's no competition.
And the sad thing about it is, like Jessica said, it's so much out there. There is no competition. There is no, oh, I'm just gonna get, no. Stop with the, oh, if you want to know what I got, then you got to pay me. Why? For what? Because at the end of the day, y'all both gonna get paid.
And what's for you is for you.
Exactly.
Nobody can take something that's yours. So we really do. It's really a matter of a mindset shift. It's time for us to change the way that we think, guys, and really go after the things that God has set aside for us.
Exactly.
That's truly what it's about. It's about living in purpose. It's about going, God's been nudging you to do something over and over again. And you're wondering, why does that annoy me so much? Why does that bother me? I just gotta keep hearing about it over and over again. You're supposed to go in that direction.
Run towards it.
Run towards it.
Full speed and watch God bless it. Plain and simple. So we love you guys, like I said in the beginning, subscribe, share, please share to someone you think, even so if you're watching this and you think you know someone that can benefit off it, share.
Yeah, somebody dropping your spirit,
share
for you. I think so and so may want this. Share it with them.
And
this has nothing to do. I just want to make something very clear. This is not for likes. This is not for any type of monetary benefit of us at all.
Nope.
What we want to see is transformation, and transformation through knowledge. Because if we can get you to change the way you think, it'll change how you move. It'll change your whole world.
Yep.
And that's literally what we've been in, through a season of just changing and stripping away of the old way of thinking. And that's what we want to give to you guys. You guys are family to us. You're an extended family to us. And if we call you family, we love you. That means that we want to be able to share with you what has been given to us. So share with those that you love, that you call family, that you want to see succeed, that you want to help grow. Share it with them.
And if this government thing is something you want, then
we're here for you.
Subscribe with us. Like I said,
yep.
This is the first of many. We're gonna
be bringing more stuff about government contracting, because that's what we do.
And in the future, we're gonna share, what happened to us and why are we at this point now where we feel like we need to shed light on the things that people don't talk about in government contracting, because we had an event that happened to us that we're actually still in, but we're going to share. And
in due time.
Yeah, and open the floor for any questions you guys have for that. So,
and if y'all have any questions, even before that, we just want to let you guys know that we're here.
Yes.
And we will be coming back, and we will be sharing more. And I know we've said that many times before, but it's time.
Yeah.
And we're going to be obedient, because we're about our Father's business, and that's on period. So we will be obedient. We will come back when the next time God tells us to come back, because I'm not going to make a promise and say I'm going to come back in 2 weeks. If he doesn't say share at that point, then I'm not sharing at that point.
But if he
tells us to come back,
yeah,
whenever time that is, we're going to come back and we're going to share whatever he tells us to share. Yeah. So we really hope that this was helpful to y'all. If y'all have any questions, you can drop comments down in the comment section below. You can also email us as well. Our email is in our bio. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and we'll be more than willing to answer any questions that you guys have.
Because we both have a fire burning inside us that we cannot explain. We need this information to get out. We need for our fellow entrepreneurs, our fellow small businesses who are doing government. We need all y'all help. We can't do it ourselves. We need you guys. We need you guys as well as advocates. We need y'all to be pushing the same thing.
We need to advocate for each other, y'all. Like it's not one every man for himself. No. It's all of us together. We are in a community.
Because think about it. You could be sitting here watching this video and something has happened to you to a point where you decided not to do business with the government no more.
Yeah.
But imagine if you had someone like us or a group of people that you could lean on, that you can talk to, and y'all can work it out to the point where you could have got that information you needed to keep going.
Yeah.
So all we're trying to say is now's not the time to hide, to dissolve, to run away, to file bankruptcy. No, now's the time to fight.
Yes.
Now's the time to get out there and let these people know that y'all are not nothing to play with.
We here. We in there.
Your knowledge.
Yes.
learn, read. Everything that you need. That's funny because think about it this way. A lot of people, I'm not gonna get too much in the race, but just think about it. There's a lot of information that we need that are in books, that are in black and white. And certain people don't want you to know that because certain people think that you're not going to read.
And then you go and don't read, and then you feed into exactly what they don't want you to do.
So reading, you have
knowledge.
You have to read, you guys. You have to learn the FAR, get in the FAR, read the FAR, get your contract, read it, learn it inside and out.
Yes.
Plain and simple. But like I said, we're gonna keep it funky. We're gonna keep it real, low key this time. But we will be back on. And like Jessica said, if you need us, hit us up. But until then,
peace, faith, love.
Oh, we ain't did it so long. I forgot. All right, peace, faith, and love. I'm gonna get it together next time. But we do love y'all, and talk to y'all later.